Hey everyone, this is Daniel. This is my video blog for June 18th, 2009. Well, this is more or less a puppy update more than anything else. That and what's going on this weekend, basically. As for the puppies, last night, I went and I fed them and everything, and all three of them had their flea collars on and everything, just romping around, playing and everything. And then today, we go to town to buy them some real collars and a leash. That way I can get them out and, let them run around, have even more exercise, just walking around the yard and running around the yard and stuff. What me and Mom didn't realize is that their necks have gotten bigger faster than we thought that they would. So the collars we bought ended up being too little. The leash, however, is still okay. It's just the collars that are too little. And when I got back home to try one of these collars on, I noticed only one puppy, Spud, had her flea collar on. The other two had done chewed through each other's flea collar completely. Pieces of the collar were strewn all over the place, and you could tell where they chewed through the collar. And when I tried to see if the regular collar, the one that we bought today, fit, we found out it was too little. So I thought, well, maybe it's just Rolo that needs a bigger collar. So I tried it on Boo. Nope, didn't work there. And so when I picked Spud up to see if I could get the collar on her flea collar fell off. They've done chewed through her flea collar as well. So now none of them have flea collars on right now, and the real collars that we bought them today are too little, although the leash is okay. So yeah, it did give me quite a scare when I found out they chewed through each other's flea collars, because I'm a little worried if they're going to get sick or not. But so far, they're all romping around playing like, hey, look at me. I'm happy, free, I'm in this pen. There's a big ceiling fan blowing from outside the cage to the inside, giving us a way to cool down. Hey, I'm happy. That's pretty much how they're thinking right now. Dad hooked up a ceiling fan, an old ceiling fan, mounted it on the outside of the pen. That way the puppies can't reach out and, hurt themselves when the blades are spinning. It's a regular ceiling fan. It's not, it's not like something off what you'd see off Mythbusters, like a metal spinning metal blade thing. It's just a regular ceiling fan that Dad took a thing and made a board and made it come out and stuck the ceiling fan in there and made it where it would blow into the pin so that it would A, keep them cool, and 2, dry off the rubber floor faster than otherwise it would take. But yeah, so I'm going to have to go back basically and get them some new flea collars and some new regular collars, even though the leash is fine. Although I can say that is the good news on that. Also, speaking of this weekend, initially I actually did have plans for the weekend with my cousin and her boyfriend. Those plans keep changing by the minute, and at this point, the idea now kind of sucks. The only reason is because, well, they raised the highs, and with me having cystic fibrosis, when I sweat out more salt, more sodium, than I'm able to produce naturally. It's just like a person that is not able to produce sugar or glucose. Except in my case, it's like I can sweat out more salt than I can produce. So basically, what would take a normal person, X amount of time before they get too hot and have a heat stroke, with me having cystic fibrosis and me sweating more salt and all than I can produce in my own body, the time it would take for me to have a heat stroke is basically cut nearly in half. So my weekend may be kind of screwed unless we end up coming up with a plan, which at this point I don't see any plan coming along, so that kind of sucks, but oh well, I needed to be around here anyway. But yeah, also, yeah, you may notice the shirt I'm wearing. Yeah, that is what the family calls me. And that's also one of my dad's friends' names, and of course that's my dad's name too. Well, except it's Daniel, but my dad's friend, that is his name, Danny. And that's what my family calls me, so me, my dad, and him have a shirt that looks exactly alike. All have Danny on it. And on the back, it's got the logo for his race team, if you can call it that, a team. A drag racing team. He has a dragster. My dad's friend, he has a dragster that we go to Holly Springs to race over there, and sometimes we even take it to Memphis, Columbus, Pickwick, and even Blue Mountain. Actually, he's got a dragster and a truck. The truck is the one that we use, that they usually use. Or when there's two drivers, one will drive the dragster, one will drive the truck. Danny, I believe, my dad's friend, our friend Danny, usually drives the truck, I think. And his son, Chris, drives the dragster. It's either that way or vice versa. One drives one, the other drives the other. But anyway, I got this shirt basically because I'm part of their I guess you could call it pit crew. I help around with things with them and such. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. I like racing, auto racing, drag racing, and NASCAR. Yep. But yeah, that's pretty much all I can think of for right now. Of course, I put yesterday's Optimized Sea Monkey build up. You know where to go to get it. Not much has changed since then, so I ain't even going to mention anything about it. But yeah, with all that being said, I am Daniel Jeter, and I will see you next time. Let me show you just what